Art enables us to find ourselves and lose ourselves at the same time. A picture is a poem without words. I'm Ash Ketchum. Hello, you might recognize me as Johnny Halloweens from the 14 Emmy Award-winning YouTube channel Haunted Hollows. Today I am here by myself because I want to start a special series aside from our little card opening situation we got going on. Now, for those of you who don't know, I draw pictures in my spare time. I draw for my full time also. It's what I do when I'm not opening Pokemon cards. I'm an artist. And I got to thinking that maybe it would be fun to rank some Pokemon just kind of based on the vibes they give me from a design perspective. Now you might be thinking to yourself, Johnny, what makes you qualified to rate Pokemon and Pokemon designs? I have no qualifications, okay? What I have is a YouTube channel, a camera, and nights free after 5 p.m. So we're just gonna do this, and you can either stick around and have fun, or stick around and have fun. There's no other option. All right, let's jump right into it with number 1, Bulbasaur. Now, right off the bat, I'm a big fan of Bulbasaur. He's got a nice smile. He's got an innocent personality. He's got triangles. He is what he says on the tin. You know what I mean? It's a bulb and a dinosaur. If you need to, you can just pluck that bulb off, chop it up a little bit, cook it up, and make some marinara sauce. Now, I don't want to do that because he's a good little guy and he's my friend. But I'm saying the potential is there. He's got the energy of someone who's up for everything and doesn't have a lot going on upstairs. Let's go on to number 2, Ivysaur. Now right away, we see a little bit of difference here from Bulbasaur. All right, this kid's obviously in like his sophomore year of high school. He started listening to a little bit too much My Chemical Romance. He's got a piercing that he gave himself in math class with a safety pin, you know what I mean? He's a late bloomer. His flower hasn't bloomed yet. We can see it's there. We can see his future potential. But so far, he's kind of lost himself a little bit, you know? He's having his rebellious phase, which I'm a fan of, but I think he's trying just a little bit too hard. But that good kid that we saw in his first phase, it's still right here. Now let's talk about Venusaur. Now don't get me wrong, I love Venusaur. I think he's fun. I like his big flower that looks like the flower that smells like dead bodies. I think that's really exotic. I think that's really beautiful. I think that's really interesting. The problem that I have starts when you move down a little bit from the flower. Because this face, I don't trust this face. It has none of that youthfulness, that innocence. He's definitely the kid that like grew up, he had everything going for him, and then he just kind of just threw it all away. You know what I mean? Like Venusaur smokes 5 packs a day and believes in QAnon. Venusaur drives an SUV and has some questionable bumper stickers, if you know what I mean. Let's move on to number 4, which is Charmander. Charmander is great. He's also got that youthful innocence, that smile. He's just a good little baby boy. He's just a great little boy. Look at that boy. He's great. 10 out of 10 on that boy. He's what I like to call the Bart Simpson of the Pokemon franchise. Because Pikachu's cute and sweet. But Charmander is the one that would be like riding around on a skateboard and shouting cowabunga. He just needs like a spiky wig and a pair of beach shorts, and you got a Bart Simpson on your hands. I think he's fun. I think he's spunky. He was just the class clown, kind of the guy to go to for a good time growing up. Moving right along to number 5, which is Charmeleon. Now, he definitely hung out with Ivysaur in high school, okay? They were giving each other stick and poke tattoos. They were listening to Blink-182 together. They love System of a Down. Like, they just went all in. Both of them had everything they wanted in their childhood, and now they're trying to get some responsibility going in their lives, and it's just too overwhelming. They were too sheltered, too innocent. That being said, I do feel like Charmeleon has like secret weekends where he goes to the old folks home and volunteers, you know, like he's got that look that he's trying to act tough. Sunday mornings he wakes up and serves coffee at church. You know what I mean? He's still got that good boy spirit inside of him. He never really lost sight of that, and I think that's really important. And now we're on to the big one. Charizard. I think he's great. I think this is what happens when you find yourself again in college and you get really tough and you start bettering yourself, you just take care of yourself, you work hard, you graduate valedictorian, and now everyone loves you. Like, no one has anything on this guy. Everyone loves Charizard. Even if you're like kind of lukewarm, you're still not like throw that Charizard away. If you open up a pack of cards, you get a Charizard, you're not gonna just chuck it in the garbage. You're gonna be like, oh shit, it's a Charizard, you know? Like, this is the golden boy. This is the prodigal son. He may have stumbled a little bit when he was growing up, because we all do. But now he's back, baby, and he's better than ever. Moving right along now, we're gonna talk about Squirtle, number 7. Now, Squirtle I like. He's got the same, you know, charm and innocence of Charmander and Bulbasaur. Love that for the guy. Don't understand why he's got a squirrel tail. You could have just made him a turtle, you know? Like, I think what happened here is Mr. Pokemon got this back from the designers and he had just, you know, a regular old triangle tail, and Mr. Pokemon was like, oh, excuse me, that's just a turtle. And the designers were like, and the problem? It just wasn't different enough, you know? You need to throw a little spice on there, just a little, make it a little spicy. But I don't think the squirrel tail was the way to go in this decision. I think the blue is great. I think his shell's real cute. I like that he's bipedal, but he also sometimes walks on all fours. I think he's adaptable. I don't know why I said adaptable like that. I love that little guy. Enough. No questions. Next Pokemon. Now we're going to talk about number 8, Wartortle. Now this is where I start having problems, okay? Mr. Pokemon, are you listening to me? What is happening here? What is this? We got turtle body, you know, we took the turtle body from Squirtle, right? And then in some horrible scientific experiment, we've given him some kind of fluffy animal tail. Not a squirrel though. We didn't stick with the squirrel. This is just chaos. And then to top it off, we've given him not only ears, but bird wings? Bird wings for ears? Hello? What was the thought process here? I don't like this one. This one's a no for me. All right, we got number 9, Blastoise. Another one of the big 3. Now Blastoise is kind of in between for me. Like, if the scale is Venusaur to Charizard, like Wartortle or Blastoise is very much in the middle. Nobody's gonna dislike Blastoise. He's cool. He's a big buff turtle. He's got guns on his back. I think that's fun. The problem I have here is that he's a big turtle with cat ears. I mean, normal turtles, as far as I'm aware, I might be wrong, I'm wrong all the time, but most turtles don't have guns in their back. So I feel like that's big enough, you know, a big enough leap from the real world. Like, if you smooth those out, he's gonna look fine. It's just a weird choice. But he's very much kind of, like I said, middle of the road, mediocre. He got his life figured out. Works a nice 9 to 5, has a couple wife and kids at home. Doesn't rustle any feathers. And I respect a man like that, you know what I mean? We're moving on to number 10, which is Caterpie. Now, Caterpie is just a caterpillar. It's based on a real-life caterpillar. Put a picture of it on the screen. There it is. You can see it. Exciting. I don't have a lot to say about him. The only question I have for this guy is, are those eye spots or are those his eyes? Like in the cartoon, does he ever close his eyes? Roll the clip if you got it, Johnny. Anyway, he's like a 5 out of 10. Not a big deal, nothing to write home about. Moving on. Number 11, Metapod. Okay. It's a pod. Stop putting eyes on bug shell casings. I feel nothing when I look at this creature. Let's move on. Last and not least, we got number 12, which is Butterfree. Butterfree's very cute. I love its feet. It does not have the correct number of limbs to be a bug, but that's okay. I don't know what to say about him. He's just great, you know? He's just a little guy. He just seems like a good guy. The only thing that really confuses me about Butterfree is the nose part. Is that a nose? Is that a lip? Because he's got teeth. He's got fangs, which is strange. I think he does. Suddenly I'm wondering if there's a dark facade beneath all this joy. If it's all a front for something darker. What is he hiding? Either way, I like him. I'm gonna give this guy a 10 out of 10, for sure. thanks for watching this video. If you have any opinions that you would like to share with me, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. Make sure you check out our other videos where we open cards and do things that are a lot less stupid than this. Also, like and subscribe, please. And until next time, happy haunting.